Well, how can you build trust if you don't have trust? And my answer is really very simple, Richard, because the only way I didn't come into any of this with any great trust. I came in with, the thing that pushed me forward was questioning, how do you move from being frightened to not being frightened? How do you, how does this work? And trust was never even a word for me. But finally, we all get, if we just pay attention, and this is, you talked about it yourself, when we finally begin to pay attention, to become, here I go again, conscious, meaning not struggling up from the depths. And it's just like, whoa, are you awake to the moment? I mean, are you here? Are you really here, or are you wandering around in your mind? Because what I discovered was I was wandering around in my head, trying to find answers in my mind. While all the time there was all around me in some way that I had nothing to do with, and it's everyone's experience. This is nothing special. Everyone has this. There comes the trust. All of a sudden, you know what to do.
So trust must be something like, trust means that an absence of fear, I guess, an okayness. And then how do you learn to trust when you don't have trust, Okay, well, I mean, how do you learn to not have fear when you have fear? I mean,
you learn that you learn, well, I don't know what anybody else thought. I learned that in the middle of fear and the middle of distrust, there was something absolutely reliable. And what was that? There was something present in every moment that was absolutely the same. And I could trust that. Every time, no matter how frightened I would get, and it got stronger and stronger, that there was something backing the whole thing up.
Somehow that has to be, acknowledged.
Yes.
Sometime
yes.
Now. I mean,
yes.
Is there a way that, and then I guess that's what every kind of a teaching, religion, everything else is all about, is about somehow trying to get somebody to acknowledge that. And, you can acknowledge it just out of your some kind of mental agreement, but somehow you have to acknowledge it at a deeper level. And I think you shared that, like as a young child, that something in you knew, that you called it, that the world is fair. In other words, the world is fair. I took it to mean that everybody has the same apparatus, that
absolutely,
to know who they are.
Perfect. That's exactly what I better said on your side. Yes, and this is what all of these years and all the travels and all of everything that's happened. This is the thing that keeps resonating again and again, Richard, which is everyone has the same, in your words, apparatus. It's built in. There is an exit button to this game, where you can play within the game of life and at the same time have access to the timeless. It's built in. It's built into the game. It's built into the game.